Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Beauty Outlaw. Now, today I have a very interesting episode. You know I love my longevity, and I'm always tapping in on all the different parts of it because it's not just one biohack, everyone. It's lots of things. It's not just your peptides. It's not just your red light. It's not nature. It's not lifting weights. It is all those things, but it's everything. It's not just even sexual wellness with hormones. It's even more than that. It's your sexual appetite. And sexual appetite, all the studies show that as you age with a partner, not only what makes you healthy, vital, and strong isn't just all the other things I mentioned, it's also the way we interact with our partner. And that is through our sexual relationship, our connection, our love. And I'm not talking about this like sexual appetite. Let's just place things aside. Like Hinge, who you're hooking up with, the person you prostitution. I'm not talking about any of that, okay? I'm talking about one-on-one love and partnership and how sexual appetite is important too. And I'm bringing in my very special guest, someone who taps in the longevity pathway that I do when it comes to fitness. I love to work out, and I just do it because we have to do it. I don't do it to win any awards, but I do it for that purpose, to stay strong, keep my muscle density in. But I also practice sexual wellness and sexual appetite. And what I found about Shereen is I met her in the gym because she taps that fitness longevity pathway as well. And we started talking, and she owns a store and a manufacturing plant in Laguna Beach, California. And she focuses in the world of sexual appetite. And we talked about the aging woman one day, and we talked about hormones, and we talked about one of the missing links. But first, I'm going to introduce her. Her name's Shereen Loth. Shereen, tell me the name of your business, your manufacturing business.
The manufacturing is Delicate
Yes.
Illusions.
Delicate Illusions. And the business, storefront, where you can buy stuff.
The storefront is Romantic Boutique.
So I'm going to let her take it from here, Shereen. I want to welcome you. I know that after we chatted, way back in summertime, I thought, you know what? This is important because it's something that I practice in my marriage, and it's something important that people in any relationship, especially in the length of a marriage can be, or a partnership, whatever that looks like to you. You have two consensual adults practicing whatever type of appetite they need. And I want you to start with your journey first, and then we're going to get to everything sex. But first, I want you to share your story. Where did you grow up, Shereen? What got you into all this, and what is it that you do?
Well, I grew up in Mission Viejo, California, and I knew when I was 14 that I wanted to be a fashion designer. So everything from in school switched fast to how am I going to get this education fast, because I didn't really love school. So I went to a 2-year college, got my associate's degree in fashion design. And while I was in college, I started a lingerie brand. It was an assignment that I had, but it was so fun to make something for a woman where she feels beautiful.
Shereen, was this in the 80s?
Yes, late 80s.
Late 80s.
Madonna
we actually
time,
had sewing back in those days in high school. Sewing
it was
class.
starting to go. Yeah. I took a singer class for a week. I didn't take it in home ec.
Okay.
They didn't have it. They still had cooking when I was in school, but they did not have sewing anymore. So I learned how to sew at Singer and taught myself after that.
And then you did this project.
Yeah, I did this project, loved it, needed more work. In my college wasn't quite challenging enough. And so I started my business while I was in college. And the day I graduated, I went out and got all my licenses that I needed to have to do it, legally.
Right.
Not just for my friends.
Legal's important. Yeah. Hence the outlaw name in beauty.
Yeah. So I chose lingerie mostly because I didn't have any financial backing. And the pieces are small. So I was traveling to every House of Fabrics to buy the remnants that were 50% off. And they're always under 1.5 yards. And what can you do with that? Not much.
Underwear.
So I was making little teddies and little baby dolls. And then I took them to stores and showed them to the
Fredericks of Hollywood was quite big in these days,
yes,
if I remember correctly,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And so there was some open-mindedness to this.
Yes, I don't think it was ever closed. I never experienced any closed-mindedness.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah. No, it's always been a field or an industry that I've been aware of. I think the closed-mindedness comes more with however you were brought up, be it in a religious atmosphere or, very conservative, very modest type homes. I think
where
it's
were
what you're
the stores?
told.
Were there a lot of stores during this time? Because what comes to my head was just Fredericks of Hollywood. I mean, they were mainstream. It was everywhere.
Well, it was Fredericks and it was Victoria's Secret.
Yes.
And those were the main chains. But as I explored more stores, looking for stores, they were everywhere. There was one in Dana Point called Fatal Attraction. There was one in Irvine called Pleasure something Company. And I just became friends with the owners and started selling my wares that way. And
so you'd make them, go in there and sell them to them.
I would show them the samples.
Okay.
And then they would order, and I'd have to deliver a month later. And now I'm like, oh, great. Now I can't buy a yard and a half anymore. I got to find real suppliers and rolls. And so I taught myself, along the way. And it became hard later. Once I got bigger, I was then being more exposed to the world of stores, and they're used to other products made offshore. And so it became a very competitive price industry for me. And eventually, I'd say 10 years down the road, I moved from lingerie because I couldn't compete with China. And started moving into different niches. I did plus sizes for women, and that was huge for me for a long time because no companies were making it.
Right.
Right. That was when it was Kate Moss on the runway, and
we were coming out of that kind of cocaine skinny kind of generation of the 70s and 80s.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Plus size, it did start in the late 80s, early 90s, didn't it?
In the 90s, probably.
In the 90s.
And then, so I did plus size for a long time, and then everybody started doing it. So I'm like, okay, great. Now what's next? So being small, I'm able to change. I'm able to change on a dime, and I'm not stuck with any kind of conformity or any rules. Okay, this isn't sell anymore. What's new? What's coming? What can I do? And I think after plus size, that was my niche for a long time. And then music festivals, ravewear, they're wearing the super sexy clothes to these things. And so that was a good segue into that. And then I started doing private label. So I ended up doing different kinds of clothing for different dreams, people that want to manufacture something, but they're too small to go to the big manufacturers, if there are any left. I don't know if there are any anymore.
Yeah.
And so I'm open to small quantities. I like them. I'm going to say my team, we enjoy making different things all day long. And to a manufacturer,
it's more creative.
Yeah, but to a manufacturer, they can't do it. They're robotic. They have to do the same step all day long for weeks. And that's so boring. So we like the small runs.
How long does it take you to sew a pair of underwear?
I don't do underwear, but it takes me an hour to make a really, really good leotard.
Wow.
And we use about 4 to 6 machines on every one. They all do something different.
Yeah, because you're dealing with this fine fabric too that a sewing machine, if it's the wrong one, could probably just rip right through, right?
Well,
like lace.
Yeah, but my machine's already set for our fabrics. But when you have a home machine, it has all these electronics on it, all these dials, and you can do many different things on a home machine, but you go very slow. An industrial machine is super high power, moves super fast, but only does one stitch. So if we're making a leotard, we need 3-needle overlock, straight stitch, cover stitch machine, a trim binder.
6 different machines to make one leotard.
Yes. And so then the efficiency where I come in and my manager of production, we have to like oversee all these different colors for the day. And we know which machines they go to because we have to do our best to not have to change the thread colors on each machine and then come back to it. So it's definitely brain work, but it's so fun.
What about like dance and gymnasts? Do you do stuff for that industry? Because they have those beautiful, blingy, bright and shiny. This fabric is so fine and thin. I mean, it's beautiful.
Right. So for that's you're talking about competition leotards.
Yeah.
We make the foundation.
Okay.
So we'll make the high quality leotard and we'll make 30 of them for a team. And then that team, it's usually the moms,
they bedazzle them.
Yep. And I've been there. My daughter did dance for a year, and I was in the lobby of a hotel.
Bedazzling?
No, I had a sewing machine there, and I was like trying to use a home machine to finish these costumes. It was so hard. But I've seen them. Yeah, it's just total panic behind scenes trying to get all the bedazzles on and sew them into their leotards. Yeah, no, that's not for me. I don't touch it.
You don't do that.
Yeah, dance
you don't
mom
do that
scenario.
You're out. Nope. Been there, done that.
Done that. Don't like it.
But the sexual health part that you do a lot for, right? You do. I've seen some of the things that you've done, and you can wear them to a rave, or you can wear them to feel good about yourself,
or you can wear them if you're a really, really in good shape at the gym, like our coach. She can wear them.
Yes, you make them for her, and she's wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There isn't enough boob tape for me to wear to put that on for the gym.
You haven't seen me in any of that. Yeah, she looks great.
She does.
So the sexual wellness comes more with the romantic boutique.
Yeah. Shereen, first, before we get into that, you got married. You've been married a long time.
18 years.
And you've had your business, though, for
38 years.
When did you decide to get the space to do that? Because you were young. What was that like?
Oh, I kind of graduated. Like I took over my mom's house. She had a 4-bedroom house, and I took that over with my business. And then I took over my condo. And then...
Do you hear this, everyone? She just didn't go and start a storefront. She started in her house, mom's house.
My garage and her den and her living room. And then then I just couldn't stand having racks of clothing in my living room anymore. So we did rent a space off of Via Fabricante in Mission Viejo, and that's a pretty popular street. And we rented a space there that had a storefront and a back area to sew. And I learned quickly that the customers that came in didn't just want what I had on the racks that I had made. They're like, do you have this? Do you have that? And so I quickly found out where to buy everything that people were wanting. And it became a full-fledged lingerie and adult toy store very quickly.
That's how you switched kind of to retail store, was you couldn't make all these things because everything was shifting and people wanted different things. So you just ordered other things and people walked in and bought them.
Right. I thought, first I thought I was going to have a retail store based on my extra inventory.
Right.
And my extra inventory still goes in my store, but I don't have, I don't have enough diversity in just what I make. So it ended up, and it was so funny at the first store that I had a tiny, like an office space, super tiny toy room. And it started with just 2 plastic bins under the counter. On the counter.
Oh, this is what you're looking for?
Go through. And then I grew into this little office space. And then I definitely expanded after that. But it was just live and learn. It was live and learn. Now, in hindsight, I would tell anybody, go work for somebody in this industry first. Learn it. Learn how it works. Because it's hard to learn as you go.
It slows us down a little bit. We take detours.
Yeah. Yeah. And do I do it right? I always had that question in my head. Am I doing it right? Because everything was based on instinct.
That's what entrepreneurs do, though.
And
that's how they function.
And they have to be risk takers.
Yes. It wouldn't have worked any other way.
Yeah. I think I just brought that up with my husband last night. It was like we were talking about this list of things we want to do. And I'm like, you're not the risk taker in this family. I am. And which I thought was true. But then he threw it back at me later with another thing on our list. He's like, you're not the risk taker. So we are a good pair because we are very different. But
yes, you had already been in business for a long time before you married him.
Yeah.
You were already an entrepreneur working on your own.
Oh, yeah. Very set in my ways.
So how did you meet him? Customer?
No. I met him on eHarmony.
Oh!
Yeah. They saw something in our personalities.
And connected you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. eHarmony was one of the first.
One of the
online.
Top 3.
Yeah.
It was Matchmaker, Match, and eHarmony.
eHarmony really tried to mainstream it, though, and connect people rather
but
than
it was
let
very
you pick.
Christian-based.
Yeah.
So it wasn't super open to everybody the way I would have liked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look what you do for a living. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty unique. So you met him on eHarmony, and you guys got married, and what did he think of what you did? Now he's a school teacher, right?
Yeah. So that was a little I was a little scared that he was going to have.
Yeah.
That, but why? Why was I scared? I don't know. I had some sort of messages growing up that school teachers are a certain way, which isn't necessarily true. Not at all. I mean, if they're not breaking the law, they have nothing to worry about.
Right.
So, no, I don't remember what his attraction was with what I did. I think it was more the entrepreneurial spirit. Yeah. I think it's...
Well, it is so much more. I mean, that's what you do. You're a seamstress. You're a fashion designer.
Yeah.
You're so many other things than if somebody's got hang-ups.
I had more hang-ups.
Yeah,
than
you
he
had
did.
your own hang-ups.
Yeah, no, I grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
And I was going to Latin Mass. I mean, if my sisters are going to hear this, they're going to be like, I'm not going to share this with them. But no, I grew up in a very conservative,
faith-based.
Yeah, modest. Yeah, it was tough for me to be this outgoing being in that environment. I still have a hard time, with messages in my brain. But it's only for me that I have a hard time. When I'm with other people, I'm like a different person. So we haven't segued over to my story yet, but I know how to make people that feel uncomfortable in that kind of environment feel comfortable fast.
So there we go.
Yeah, I think I can sympathize or empathize or I can sense it that somebody is uncomfortable.
So tell us, let's transition to that. Let's transition to the woman that walks in your store that's there, but they're uncomfortable. What happened? What's the story?
And it's not just women. It's men too.
I get both. And we're getting more men and boys that are the same way because they're locked in their room, they're on their video games, and their testosterone's dropping, they're vaping, they're smoking marijuana, and they're losing their ability of confidence and places to go to get that outside of themselves, and women especially in relationships as well. So tell us your story then regarding how you made this shift and how you were able to bring kind of sexual appetite out of people. What did you notice? What did you see?
Well, people don't feel really comfortable talking about what they want. They're embarrassed. They giggle a lot. They have this rule that it's too much information if they're going to share anything in this realm. And so I leave them be a little bit. I just open the door by saying, okay, I've been doing this for a long time. I've heard everything. And if you
can't shock me.
If you have any questions whatsoever, I'm here. And so I usually just let them shop for a little bit on their own, but then I can sense, or they do ask for help. And, I just have conversations. I ask them, they don't know what they're looking for. I ask them specific questions, and I'm afraid to say what those questions are here, but I suppose I could.
It's you too.
So the questions I would ask, like for a woman, like, are you looking for something internal or external? Mm-hmm. Do you think you want a lot of power to it? No, I've never had one before. Okay, well, this one has less power. People that want power, I know where to send them for the higher vibration. Then they just open up. They're my husband this, my husband that, like we're having a hard time, or my husband's not interested in me anymore. I don't know what to do. I mean, it just breaks my heart sometimes.
Yeah. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Mm-hmm. I have a hard time at my age. Mm-hmm. When you're married for a long time, it's hard to spark.
It's hard. It's like going to the gym. You can't just have muscle and strength without doing the work. You got to put the time into that part of your relationship and do what these ladies are doing by kind of trying to get out of the box, walking into your store and saying, I'm searching for something because we've lost this spark. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And a lot of the time, like if they've never had anything extra coming into the bedroom, no toys of any kind or feather ticklers or anything.
All these like unique things that people think are bad or dirty or nasty.
Nasty. I hate that word.
Well, it goes with that. But there's nothing more beautiful than a couple, a partner, whatever that looks like to you in your life, consensually doing some unique things to keep your appetite going. And if it's putting a feather on your back, amen to that.
Right. Or if it's actually putting on a satin blindfold so that you can let go of your control.
Yes.
Like that's a big thing for my husband and I, because I run a business and, I'm just like working from the moment I wake up till, I don't know, I end around 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And how do I transition to being mom and wife when I'm still thinking about the last invoice I didn't finish? So
absolutely.
Where was I going with this?
No, you were going. That was good.
Yeah. So, lost my train of thought.
Well, you were it's hard to be a woman, and that was great. We work all day. You end your day at 7, even if you ended at 5, that's a long day. You come home, you're a mom, you're a wife, and you've also got to be this sexual creator as well.
I mean, we've done everything that you can think of. Like, how do you keep getting creative?
Yes.
After 18 years. And yes, the spark of, the lovely emails and the flowers or whatever, all of that long gone. Like how do you get in the mood to be like physically close to somebody? That's just that's not easy. So you just keep trying. That's what all these wonderful toys are about. Like so the blindfold thing, that's where I was.
Yes,
so
you're covering the eyes.
Have control. Like I make decisions all the time. So if I were, blindfolds aren't really my thing, but I sell them because I can paint this picture. But if I put on a blindfold, I can't see anymore. If I can't see anymore, then all my other senses are working better. So if I have a blindfold on and somebody, my husband, touches my shoulder, I'm going to feel it. But if I don't have it on, it feels more like somebody's trying to get my attention again.
Yeah.
Like, God, get off me, right?
Right. Yeah. We want to hear everything that you're saying.
So that's the difference. If I have a blindfold on and I feel a touch at my shoulder, I'm like, ooh, that's nice. But if I'm racing from work to like get ready for, watching a show and I'm changing my clothes and I don't have a blindfold on and somebody puts his hand on my shoulder, I might react strongly the other way. Like, what?
Yeah, absolutely. My mind is here. It's shifted in this space. Yeah, I'm getting ready for bed.
And then he's like, oh, wow. Like he just wanted to get close to me.
Yeah.
So that's why, all these little things that can entice a relationship or make you closer is what I sell to people when I ask them questions about what's going on in your life.
So a blindfold isn't what we immediately think it is, right? So what Shereen's saying is sometimes when you're married and there are things that you learned you would have never known being a young Catholic girl, modest. You would have thought a blindfold was for people with dominatrix,
right?
And whatever way that looks to whoever, that's their relationship they have together consensually to make them loving and connected. So what happened with you is it made you kind of try it one day.
Oh yeah.
And you found
I can't suggest something
unless you try it. It's like me with my skin stuff.
Right.
I got to try it first. If I don't try it, I'm not going to recommend it. So I can imagine there are a lot of things.
But I also haven't. There's many things in my store that people have asked me to carry that I have. And I'll just be honest, I haven't tried it yet. I can't tell you how great it is. I can tell you women love this thing. They keep telling me how much they love it. It's the womanizer, by the way. So women keep telling me how great it is. And it hasn't been interesting for me, so I haven't. And I just tell everybody that. I tell them what people tell me if I haven't tried it yet.
What do you find what's your age demographic? I mean, I know you're probably all over the place.
Yeah.
But if there's a niche, a majority, what age would you say it is of women?
Well, for what we're speaking about, older.
Okay.
So 40 and above.
Okay.
40 to 80 probably. And I love seeing like the 70s come into my store and
absolutely.
Yes, no, they're still playing. There's a lot of hope.
They should be married still or have lost their husbands or
Yeah,
wow.
both or seeing somebody new but lost a husband.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Some people are having the best time in their lives over 50. Best time.
Oh yeah. I would
think
agree
it's because it takes a long time to shed a whole bunch of mistaken beliefs that you grow up with.
It does. Yeah. And be okay with your own sexual being and who you are. We were placed on this planet to be that way and to connect with another human. There's nothing more beautiful than sharing that sexual side with somebody that you love. I mean, that's a bonus, right?
Yeah.
And so some of the women are coming in utilizing the vibrators, the vibrating bunnies. They used to call it the pink bunny rabbit.
Well, that was Sex in the City.
That was Sex in the City.
Yeah. The $50
very popular
bunny.
$50 bunny.
They break, by the way. I don't sell that one.
And so women do this to get themselves, some women, kind of foreplay. Get themselves whatever they're using, or just for themselves.
Sure.
To go to bed at night, to go to
help
sleep.
Them sleep.
Yeah, to help them. Because we don't sleep that
a
well
little
as we age at all. So do you see couples come in?
Yes, all the time. Yes. And they spend a lot of money.
Well, yeah, the husband's there with them.
And they're just like, what is the best of everything? And I love that. That's fun. Yeah.
Clothing, though. I mean, do a lot of women need to get out of that shame of those sexual, I mean, you can wear a beautiful pair of underwear or some sort of silk thing that I've seen that you make, which is unbelievable. I mean, don't be afraid to wear it. You walk around all the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Cora walk in with it. You can put that on and walk around your living room when you're out of the shower by yourself on a Saturday afternoon and nobody's home waiting for your husband. I mean, there are things you can do to get yourself
in the mood
and just to appreciate your beauty.
Music.
Oh, yeah. Music, girl. Everything.
I always ask Siri, what do I say? Play sexy something. Sexy. I can't remember, but play sexy music. And then it says,
I told them, I go, turn on some sexy music. Shereen likes sexy music.
I'm playing Get It On music for you. Yeah, that always puts me in the mood. And also red lights. Our bedroom nightstand lights have colors. So we can ask Siri to change the colors. So if I'm in the mood, I'll turn the lights to red
see
before
the lights
he gets home.
He's like, oh, the red lights.
He's like, oh, I don't think I'm ready for this. He has to unwind now for work, right? Oh, shoot.
It's like, gosh, I just wanted to come home and eat some dinner, put my feet up. See, men have it too.
Yeah.
So it's not all women. As men age, they lose their testosterone. Once they have, the studies all show, a man gets married, he loses some testosterone. He has children, he loses a little bit more. And as he ages, he loses more. So that's the natural, it probably keeps men home after they've been married and
when they get older.
Yeah, keep it from like, wanting to conquer the world and procreate everywhere. But
okay, what are your beliefs now?
Right. Well,
should we switch the interview over
to me and my life? So I think this is fabulous that we have a place and a space, ladies, where you can feel safe to go, especially you local ladies. And even if you're not local, you have a store online.
I don't have a store online anymore, but we will sell off of Instagram. I don't really put the toys on Instagram, though, because I kind of keep it cool for kids. Unless it's not graphic, I might. But we concentrate more on the clothing for our Instagram. But people message me all the time and ask if they can buy it, so we'll ship it out to them, no problem.
Well, what I love about the clothing is you can put something on and just feel fabulous.
Yeah.
And appreciate your body. Nobody's got one like yours. You're the only person with your body. You can make it the best. You can love it the most. And it makes you appreciate yourself. The more you appreciate and your confidence builds, listen, the more sex you'll have with your spouse or with your partner or whatever you're doing.
Yeah. That's one thing that I just love about my work is because women are just super hyper critical.
Yeah, we are.
And I more often than not, hear women say they don't look good in anything when they try on 4 different things in the dressing room. And when I hear that, I go to one article of clothing and I bring it to them. And it's actually one that I've made. And maybe I made it for myself. I don't know, because maybe I'm more critical than I know. But this one piece, we call it a drape dress. I don't care what size you are, tall, short.
Really? A
heavy
drape dress.
We call it a drape dress. Every woman that puts it on doesn't just buy one. They ask me how many colors we have. It's amazing. And I do sell that in many other stores.
What if your boobs are saggy?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
No.
Mine
are saggy.
What if you have cellulite?
It's a short dress. If you have bad cellulite and you don't like your legs, we might have to do something else about it.
Okay.
Like maybe fishnet thigh highs with it.
Okay. Oh, see, there's answers.
There's answers.
What about saggy boobs because you've had a bunch of kids and you didn't do a boob job? Or you're like me and you've had your implants removed and you could never have them put back in.
Bust doesn't matter. Bust does not matter in this dress. It makes flat-chested, really low, everybody look good.
What do you do if you're a female that's got the boob thing that I just talked about and you want to wear is there bras that can be sexy when you're out with your, like not out, but like even in the bedroom?
Yeah.
To get you away from that insecurity.
Oh, yeah.
So I get hear that in my room a lot. They're very insecure about their breasts.
I don't know if I told you that story about one of my customers. She's like bi-coastal. She comes in whenever she's in town. And she was looking at our teddies and she looked like she was going to cry. And she just told me, look, can you help me find something? I just had my breast implants removed. She just had cancer removed. She just had something in her abdomen removed and a long scar. Oh. And she was about my age, very pretty.
Yeah.
But had all these body things that she wasn't comfortable with. But she's super sexual. And her partner was too, but she wasn't comfortable. And we spent probably an hour together and we found some beautiful pieces for her. And she came back again, and I know and I remember her. So when I do my buying, I think about her body type and then I know her size.
Well,
and so I'll order for
Shereen.
her and then I'll text her and I'll say, we just got more in. So next time you're in town.
You're a stylist as well. I
am,
that.
But I have a new sales associate that's even better. I know.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome.
And she loves styling. She's really good. She's 30.
Oh yeah.
She's really good.
We get that little youth in there. It's
yes.
perfect. Yeah, we need that little edge.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Shereen. So I cannot believe like your store is literally right down the street from where we work out every morning. I've never been inside. Shh, don't tell anybody that.
I think it's because it's too early.
Well, yeah.
Do you live in Laguna?
I don't. And then it's
yeah.
a little bit, I live in a little bit down the road.
Well, I'll open early for you if you don't have to run
We'll
off
have to
to
go
work.
check it out.
Yeah.
I'll have to bring my husband in, let him
We'll have
walk
some
around.
special lube for you.
Oh God, don't need that. I'm all sexually wellness. I'm dialed in on my hormones. Did you hear that?
Okay.
We're good. So ladies and gentlemen, too, you need to get dialed in on your hormones. You're dialed in on your fitness. You're dialed in on all these other things. Get with your partner and dial yourself in on your connection together.
Play.
And play. Whatever way it is, whatever way you choose to do it, every couple's different, right? Mm-hmm. Like you said, we've all grown up with our own issues. So whatever way if it's as simple as a feather duster on your back, then that's what it is. If it's wearing something sexy that Shereen has and that just turns you both on, figure it out because you will live long, healthy, and strong. The studies show it. So not only 50 years of marriage, you need to have a connection with each other that's sexual as well as emotional. Yeah. Right, Shereen?
Yeah. Keeps you young.
Keeps you young. Thanks, Shereen, for being here and bringing this to all of our attention and sharing your story that is so like so many one of us. We've all grown up a certain way. We've had things introduced. You got out of your fear. You started your business from your mom's house to your apartment to your garage to 38 years in the industry. She's had her business now for 30 years in Laguna Beach. Check Shereen out. All her information's in the show notes. And at the end of the Beauty Outlaw, what do we always do? We do a toast.
Oh, yay.
So we have to do a toast to this. Thank you. And thank you, Shereen. Not only are you my friend, you've brought some great insight to a whole space that people are afraid to talk about. So thank you so much. And if you're watching this with your husband, or you're a husband watching this with your wife, or you're just together with your partner, whoever, cheers to you. Grab a drink and try some new things and check Shereen out. See you on another episode of The Beauty Outlaw. Thanks, Shereen.
Thank you.